Up to now, we've entered data into iTables by clicking the mouse inside the table window to assign data to locations. You can also store data by sending an XY pair or an XY list to iTable. And by being able to store data in tables, that's going to let us record performance data or otherwise be able to generate and store information while we perform or while the program's operating. So that's a really important part of working interactively. Let's start doing that first by adding an iTable. Let's resize the range and size. We're going to set to 10 for now so that we can work with it. And above it, let's just do two integer number boxes. So I for an integer number, and the pack object. So this is new. Pack will take as many things as you give it arguments, and when it receives something in its left inlet, will output the list that it has stored. It can store anything to a list. It could be symbols like text, floats, integers. We're just going to store two integers. So we're going to type initial arguments of 0 and 0. And that's actually the list that's stored right now is 0, 0. We'll hook up pack and arrange my objects. We'll hook up the left number box to the left inlet, and you see that's hot. That's what's going to output the list. To the right inlet, right number box to the right inlet. So remembering that Max works in left to right order, how it gets its information. Let's type something in the right number box first, like say a 5. That's going to be the data value stored. And let's store it at location 2. And when I hit enter, you're going to see this 0, 1, 2, this slider box. It's going to move up to 5. Okay. And if I say type a 7, that's stored, and then type the location 1, as soon as I hit enter, this is going to move from 0 up to 7. It's going to move up to here. And it's there. So very simple thing. And can keep moving through. If I have something stored in the right, it's stored there, and so 7 stays. If I type in different location values, say like a 0, and now just increment 1, 2, 3, they're all going to be 7s. Could change this to 2. That gets stored. Can go back through my, you can move it around. But so I'm writing into the table automatically. And you can just try that, make sure that works, that that's what you have. So now let's automate this process a little bit so that we can simply type Y values, and the X values will be generated by a counter. So we'll count the values and store them, store the value along with the count. So we're going to take, unlock the patch again, we're going to break this. We're going to move Y up to here, and I'm going to use a little comment so you can see what's going on, and move that into counter. And let's say we're going to count 10 data points. That's the size of our table, so it's going to be from 0 to 9. And at this point, down a little bit, anytime it receives something, it'll count how many things it's received. That becomes the X value. That's going to be the first thing. Now what I need to do is also store it. So I'll come out of my Y number box and I'm with a second patch cord. And I'm going to go around the counter and around the number box that comes out of the counter and into pack. And again, right to left order for the order of operation, because this patch cord is to the right of this patch cord, and its destination is to the right. This number will first follow this patch cord, store and pack, then it will go to the counter. The counter will provide the number of items it's received. That'll go to pack. It'll output the pair. And so just now with this much, I can type anything and it's going to store at 0. So let's say 5, and then let's say 8, 2, 1, 6, 7, 4, 0, 1, and 9. And it'll keep doing that. If I keep on, it's going to circle around now. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to keep rewriting because it got a new X value. It has a new Y value. It sends that LOS and it stores it. Right? So I've automated the process of generating the location. Whenever I send a value, it gets counted, value gets stored, value gets counted, pair gets sent to iTable. And that makes this patch a nice automated setup. So let's modify it a little bit. I think we still can go on in this. I'm going to stop here and start another video because I've done this for a little bit, and so can break them up. So stay tuned.